Man, you're all out of water. Here, babies. There's your food. Down here in the ice cream bed with this one blue java that has completely been demolished. The other blue javas are doing okay. The ice cream bean's doing okay, but that one, so you can see ash left over from the wood all around this banana. This is the one we've done most recently. I mean, you can see that black charcoal and everything. So good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to Molnar's Garden. One scoop. You guys knocked your water over again? Killing me with this. Man, you're all out of water. Here, babies. There's your food. Food for all of you. So that water container that I got back there, the legs on it are plastic, and one thing that I noticed about it since I bought it is it's junk. If you see one like that, don't get it. I gotta get a replacement at some point. It's constantly falling over. The legs are not sturdy at all. I hate it. I need to find a different solution at some point. Pan, go eat your food. Oh, she does this sometimes. She'll try and eat all the chicken's food. Go, guineas. Eat. Like all freaked out by the water. Let's get in there and take care of that. Before we do that, I'm gonna have to turn on the hose. Well, the pond's not doing great, and I am doing a video soon on what's going on with the pond because I have stuff coming in today that should help us out. But look at this. Someone got eaten. I don't know who this is, what it is, but the goldfish did breed recently. I have a feeling that's what this might be, is one of the goldfish that were growing up, because they were starting to get big enough. I thought they'd survive, but it looks like somebody got taken a bite out of, possibly. We'll just go ahead and the chickens will clean that up. Go, Scully. Now, we have been having a few problems on the farm lately, and one of those has been waking up again. I don't know about all of you, but daylight savings time has really been messing with me and Olivia this year. I hate when they change the clocks. I have been hearing that Congress is apparently pushing through some bill that we might actually be not changing the clocks in November. This might be permanent this time. We're not changing clocks again. I don't know about all of you, but I'm pretty stoked for that. Let us know in the comments below if you're excited about it, if you have any problems with it. I know there's a few arguments that go around for why we shouldn't stop or why we should keep changing the clocks. I don't agree with any of them. Leave my clock alone. It just messes up my alarms. That's it. That's all it does. I still get up when the sun comes up, go to sleep when the sun goes down, but then you change the clocks and my alarms get all messed up, and for some reason this year it's really messing with us. So one of those issues, like I said, has been this water bucket is just god awful. You can see where it's cracked a lot around the plastic. Pan has a habit of knocking it over, and the loose legs on it make it much easier for her to do. So hold on a sec while I put this down. Just take a look at Pan while I do it. There we go. Jimmy the leg back in, and water will start coming back down. Open up the top a bit, start getting it there. Pan, see, this is what I mean. She's just trying to knock it over. Ah, girl, if you would quit taking a bath in your water and knocking yours over, you wouldn't have to be so thirsty for theirs. Oh, she's just gonna be a pain about this. Guineas are going off like crazy. Let's get Pan some water. Pan, leave it alone. Just spray her off a bit. Let's hurry, clean this out so she can get something to drink. Now normally I've only had to fill this up about once a day, but lately with it getting hotter, Pam's been deciding to take baths in it every time I fill it up. So I'm having to fill this bucket up multiple times a day for her. And that's it for the animals. The animals really are actually doing quite well. Haven't had any issues with them. The main issue, unfortunately, that we've got going on has been with my favorite plant. Unfortunately, you guys have heard me talk about them quite a bit, but the bananas are not doing so good. This one's doing good. I'm gonna show you some that aren't. If you've been following our channel for a while, you've heard me talk about this banana plant quite a bit, and she does not look good at all right now. This is Mama. She's our main blue java plant that we've gotten plenty of pups off of. As you can see, there is a new pup coming right now already, but the main stock has been having some very serious issues that I've been having to do a lot of research on. I'll try and get a close-up of the camera to show you what's going on here. Now, one of the first problems that we notice is this right here. It looks like it's been kind of eating away on the main stalk, right? As we keep coming up, I'm gonna try and pull this back and see if any of them are active right now. And there you go. We got these little bugs crawling all over, and they are all over this banana. Now, it's not just this one, but this Namois, our first Namois, our biggest one that we're getting all our pups from, also has the same issue going on up here. As you can see, it's just not looking very good. This is very bad. It's still shooting up pups, like I said, and I'm just kind of losing it on how to figure out how to get this dialed in. Now, most of this row is filled with truly tiny and double Mahoy bananas, and all of the main stalks from last year have all died back from the same issue. Luckily, like I said, we got pups coming up that are replacing them, but the main stalks just keep dying. I've got the issue also down here in the ice cream bed with this one blue java that has completely been demolished. The other blue javas are doing okay. The ice cream bean's doing okay, but that one is just gone. It's got 2 new pups coming up, luckily, but the main stalk again is dead. Now, this is the final one that's having the issue, and as you can see, this one's in a much better condition than the other ones. So I'm hoping that this one's gonna bounce back. I don't know if the others are. I'm still giving them a chance to try and grow out. So again, you can see if I start pulling this back, there's those bugs again. Now, you're probably wondering what these are, what could possibly be destroying the bananas so heavily. And what I've come to find out is these are probably banana weevils. These actually go in around the root system down here and will eat away at the roots, the main stalk, and the plant will essentially just get demolished, die. It's gone. So we're trying to dial that in. As those of you who follow our channel know, we aren't really big fans of using any type of chemicals or anything like that. We're trying to do everything organically, sustainably on our own property. If we can't do it ourselves, it's not happening type deal. So one of the ways that I found out, and this took a lot of research to find this kind of tip, because everything on the internet that I could find on Google just kept pulling into using insecticides or pesticides, spray chemicals, spray chemicals, spray chemicals, spray chemicals. And that's not something we really want to try and go for here. So I did come across an article on naads.or.ug that said that some farmers have actually had success dealing with this issue by using a mixture of ash. So we got a fire pit right here, and we're mixing up wood ash for all the plants. The guineas are pissed, I don't know why, but using a mixture of ash and urine. Now, I've probably mentioned this quite a few times on the channel, but I do pee on the bananas regularly. I'm not gonna do that on camera to show you guys what that's like. You know what it's like. Just use it like an outhouse. Just pee on the plant. Why are the guineas so loud? And some insecticidal plants. Now, I don't know what I'm doing for the insecticidal plants, but I am starting to take ash from that fire pit, put it all around the plants. I'll show you some of the leftover ash that I've been putting on the plants. So you can see ash left over from the wood all around this banana. And this is the one we've done most recently. I mean, you can see that black charcoal and everything. So doing that, peeing on top of it, hopefully will help out the plant quite a bit. Now, one of the things that I think led to this being a big problem is banana weevils are actually supposed to be very common in every area that can grow bananas. It's just something you're gonna kind of have to deal with from what I'm researching and finding out. Now, one of the things to do to help the banana not have this issue and be able to survive fruit and everything like that is to just make sure that the banana is actually being taken care of properly so that it'll grow as fast as possible to be able to use all those nutrients, push out all the growth, fruit, and everything before the weevils can kill it off. One of the things that I did wrong this last winter is all of these pups behind me, I actually had left on the plants throughout winter, thinking that they would last better by surviving the cold, being closer bunched together to keep the plants warmer as a whole. And what I think that did is allowed that infestation to really drive through on the main stalks that I had going to really start allowing them to be killed off. So we've been moving all the bananas. So I've got some new rows coming down here where I had cactus growing, and we've been moving all the blue javas out of the main stalks and onto this area. I've still got some more I'm gonna move today on camera for you guys to show you what that's like. I know I've done it a couple times already, but for those who haven't seen what that looks like yet, I'm gonna go ahead and show you what it's like digging up bananas. Now, one of the unfortunate things that I found digging these up was these pups I let go way too long. I've done recommendations on when to move bananas, and we'll go over that on the ones I'm moving today, but I had ones like this one that's almost 6 feet tall already. This was a pup coming off of mama down there. This only grew just last summer, popped up out of the ground, and it's already almost 6 feet tall. I'm about 5'9", 5'8", depending on how straight I'm standing up that day. And this pup is taller than my head height already. Way too big to be moving it around. That was a pain in the ass. I don't recommend letting them go that long. Now for the Namois, we've been adding them down the palm tree and bird of paradise beds on the driveway, going down in rows, and we're gonna keep doing that all the way down to get this line. So you'll go, you know, queen palm, Namois, bird of paradise, Namois, queen palm, bird of Namois, as we keep adding them down. And that's already starting to come in and looking quite nice. Fortunately, I've still got some of my blue javas like this one right here that are doing absolutely fine. Still putting out pups. It does look like it's been attacked a little bit, but it is not doing nearly as bad as the other ones. It's still growing quite well. The leaves are still formed in the correct shape, the correct size. And so I think this one will be one of those, like I said, where we're still gonna get some bananas this year, hopefully. Why are you outside of the enclosure? You guys see what I deal with? These guineas just jumping out all the time. They're pretty hard to keep in. And a lot of the time, I'll just let them kind of wander around on their own, get some of the bugs around, and then when they're ready, they'll let me know. I'll open up that gate, and they'll just walk right back in. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get some coffee in me and get changed a bit so that I can come out here. I'm gonna dig up this pup for you guys and show you. Hopefully, there's no banana weevils on this plant yet, because this one's doing pretty good. But I'm gonna dig this one up, show you guys what it's like putting the ash on the banana. Like I said, I pee on them. I'm not going to do that on camera for obvious reasons, but you know, pee on your bananas. They absolutely love it. And I'm hoping that this mixture of ash with the urine that I'm already putting on will really help getting rid of this banana weevil problem. If you guys have any other ideas on how to do this without using any type of chemicals, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below, because bananas are the main thing that I want to grow. They're my favorite plant. They make me super happy just seeing them. My son, it's his favorite fruit to eat. We can't get enough bananas for that kid. He will eat like 4 or 5 a day, and he's constantly going to the fridge, Nana, 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 just wants bananas all day long. So we got to get bananas down. We gotta. We just gotta.
Like I've said, I've done this quite a few times on this channel, digging up these banana pups, propagating them out, showing you guys exactly how to do that. But in case this is the first video of ours that you're seeing where we do this, I'm gonna run through it real quick. I'm not gonna explain everything as I'm doing it, but I will give you a quick rundown. We'll go ahead, rake all the mulch back. I'm gonna trim up. The guineas will be quiet enough for me to talk. I'm gonna trim up all these dead leaves coming down off of this one. And then we're gonna dig up the pup using this shovel right here. I like this one because it's small, easy to get in with the pups. They're not too big, but it does have nice edging on it to cut right through along the serrated edge. And other things to cut right through the root system and everything for that pup to get it up nice and easy. Now, when I do these bananas, this pup is a little bit bigger than I normally would like it to be. Shut up! You see what I deal with here? This pup is a little bit bigger than what I would normally like it to be. What I like on banana pups is to have, shut up! I like them to have at least 3 sets of leaves coming up. So 1, 2, 3, this one's on to 4 and starting to push out to 5. So like I said, it's a bit bigger than what I normally want, but let's go ahead. We're just gonna do this on time lapse so you guys can see what happens as I dig this up, because the guineas are just being ridiculously loud with me down in their area. I forget what these are called, but these bugs that I found while raking out the bottom are not good bugs to have around. I forget exactly what they're called, like I said, but they do eat root systems of your plants. So I'm gonna take these, chuck them to the chickens, and get these ones out of here. We want some roots left on it. We want to hear lots of snapping and cracks, because that lets us know that this part has started to separate out from the main stock. Grab some of this ash. We're going to put a lot of it just around the base on top of the compost. Now I want to make sure that it gets a chance to settle in, not be shocked by giving it a good amount of water. So let's do that real quick. All right, so I will end up watering it again a second time. The second time I'm actually probably going to grab water from the pond, let that fish poop water go ahead and act as an extra fertilizer for the plant. That's part of why we put the pond in and did heavy poopers like koi and goldfish, was because it just works as fertilizer for our plants. So I'm gonna go ahead, take this new pup up to the new area. Let's get it in the ground, because the last thing we want to do is leave the roots exposed to oxygen for too long. If you've been on the channel before, you've heard me say oxygen kills roots. So we want to get this back in the ground very quickly. All right, so I've got the pond water. If you can see it, it is pretty green. It's not looking that great. Like I said, we're struggling with the pond, trying to get it dialed in. I've been adding plants and doing some other things. I've got some stuff coming today that I'm gonna be putting down there in the next video. So make sure you hit subscribe, turn notifications on so you can see when that comes, to see how to try and nail out all the stuff. Actually, looks like the mail lady just pulled in. So I'll go grab that package from her and then we'll put the water on the banana. That was kind of a lucky coincidence, but we got the new package for the pond. Now, I probably could do this today, but I've been lining up my pond days on a specific day that's easy for me to remember, because I have to do everything once a week. We'll get into everything I'm doing, but essentially it's Tuesday right now. I gotta wait until Thursday to do it, because for me, it just makes it easy to remember. Thirsty Thursdays, you know, going back to party days, is pond day. So it's just an easy way to remember. But anyways, while the pond is in discussion, let's go ahead and put the pond water on the banana. Now, keep in mind here, you don't want to just splash the entire bucket all at once. I want to do kind of a slow trickle to give it time to actually set into the soil, rather than just running off everywhere else that I don't want it to be. And there it is, right back there is the one that we just put in. Now, to recap everything we went over today, if you're dealing with banana weevils, you don't want to use chemicals. What I found so far that is suggested to help, and we're still in the process of testing all that out. Oh great, just walked into a spider web. Still in the process of testing that all out, but essentially urine, ash, and make sure you feed, water them really well. Move those pups so that the main stock has a chance to really absorb all those nutrients, because the pups are gonna steal the nutrients from the main stock that you want to fruit. So go ahead, either cut down the pups or move them. Wait until they've got about 3 sets of leaves coming off of them, is about when they're ready, have enough roots on them to be able to be transplanted. If you do happen to snap the stalk, I haven't mentioned this yet, but I've done that a couple times. Like I said, we're still new to this. We haven't even completed 2 years of doing this yet. But the thing I found is if the stalk snaps and you don't get any roots off of it, go ahead, plant it as normal. Just make sure you really stay on top of that watering. And the banana will probably more than likely go ahead and bounce back and be exactly what you want to, so that you can start having your area look like this. You can see the rows that we got going in. Like I said, there's 3 rows, and we just put that last one on the back corner of the farthest row from the house. All of these have been in for only about a week so far, and it's gonna take some time for them to really fill out, really look amazing the way I want them to. But what this is gonna do is this is gonna give us some more shade for the house to keep it a little bit cooler and give us a little bit more privacy on the windows on this side of the house. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed today's video, or if you have any tips on some things that you can do to keep the banana weevils down that maybe we haven't discussed, go ahead, drop that comment down below. Hit like if you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, turn notifications on so that you can catch everything that we got going on here at Molnar's Garden. Catch you next time. Molnar out.